Is my forehead shiny?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Honey I'm Home podcast. I'm Priz.
I'm Talon.
And we have a very special dear friend of the podcast,
Mindy!
In real life friend.
She said,
I love a round of applause. That was amazing.
Period.
I'm going to enhance it in the editing.
Thank you.
So, Mindy, also known as Damn Mindy.
Damn, Mindy. Damn, Mindy.
Damn, Mindy. Say it again.
That's the inflection. Okay.
Dude,
okay.
Talon, how long have you known me?
I know, but
This is crazy.
but that makes sense now. That actually is very
It's
on
the
brand.
reaction I get no matter what. It'll either be like a damn Mindy or like a damn Mindy.
Yeah.
You know?
I like that.
I love
actually
that.
really
That
like
is honestly so on brand for you, and I really love that.
That is awesome.
You may have seen her recently on TikTok discussing
I don't know who that is.
her story time.
That's Damn Mindy.
That's damn Mindy. She be on TikTok just laying it all
I
out.
try to dissociate from
You
that.
can't, because that's literally you in a nutshell. And so you may have seen her, caught her scrolling on your timeline, telling a funny ass fucking story about her life. So now
We're here.
Were like, fuck it, Mindy, come talk about your life with us.
Let's do it.
Well, first, let's get into the drinks made
yes.
by
Oh, yes,
Emily.
yes, Made by Emily. Thank you so much, Emily.
Y'all.
Cheers, Mindy.
I'm going to just cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, motherfuckers. Cheers.
Eye contact. I don't play about that.
Right, yeah, we need our good luck. Hold on, let's taste this. Oh, wow.
Ooh, fresh.
It is very refreshing.
I feel like I'm in the Great Gatsby.
Ooh.
But black.
We like that.
Black Gatsby. So today, we have a Mindy julep. He's so stinking cute.
It's
you
so
have
cute.
a drink named after you.
This is honestly, I need the recipe, and this is gonna be like my go-to every single time I invite somebody over to my house, which is never. But I will do it.
But if they're there,
I'll do it.
So a mint julep. Since we are here for Black History Month, we have to give a little sprinkle of some Black history and some facts on the Honey I'm Home podcast. So was that a sprinkle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sprinkling.
So a mint julep was popularized in, I believe they said like the 7. Oh my god.
What was it, y'all?
Okay,
1940s.
like 1940s.
Post-prohibition.
They were drinking it up, and it originated more so like down south, you know. So the slaves were making all of their slave owners mint.
It wasn't the 1940s.
What?
18th
Oh, the 18th century.
You know?
Excuse me. Wow.
I mean, very on brand for niggas. We just be making shit up. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. Y'all can Google. They got Google. It's okay. Y'all can do your Googles.
Look, do your research. All I'm saying is this is a black drink, okay? So mint julep, Mindy julep for today.
Yes.
Yeah, black ass drink for a black ass bitch. It really tastes good. It tastes like juice. This is dangerous.
This
It
is
is
very
dangerous.
dangerous. Yeah.
That seems to be a theme of Emily's drinks.
Man, listen. We got fucking lit last week.
Last time
Oh
we
my
shot,
2 weeks ago.
bro,
It was bad.
we drank I'm not proud of this. We drank for 12 hours.
Oh no, but that's amazing. That was a Saturday?
I didn't feel good
Saturday.
That was a fun Saturday.
It was a fun Saturday and an awful Sunday and Monday because I
2-day hangover is crazy.
I'm old now.
Girl, please.
Girl.
No, I hate when people say that. Don't do that.
My body does not do what it used to do.
Do you know the more you say that, the more
You feel that? Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I am ageless.
I know.
Right?
Yeah, you're right. You know,
You are
honestly,
ageless as well.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a millionaire.
Period. No, to be honest with you, girl, yes.
Start saying shit, yo.
Wealthy, healthy. Okay.
I'm healthy.
A bad bitch. I'm a pretty princess. I've been saying that for the past year. And can I tell you the treatment that I've been receiving?
Period. The princess treatment.
I'm a pretty princess. I don't even ask for it.
Ooh.
It just be showing up at my doorstep.
The universe just give it to you, huh?
That's it.
Speaking of Black History Month, how do you guys feel when someone tells you Happy Black History Month?
If it's a black person, I love it.
What if it's a white person?
It depends because are they giving me like a discount or something free?
No, they're just acknowledging.
Because if we're just like walking down the block and you're like Happy Black History Month, I'm like,
what if it's your friend?
You got a problem.
What if it's your white friend?
White friend. If a Caucasian friend was like, Happy Black History Month, Mindy, you don't know me that well, so we're not really friends or acquaintances. Because
why
a
would you
real
ever?
friend would be appreciative of my blackness every goddamn day.
Period.
Not just like, oh, it's February 1st. Happy Black History Month.
Yeah.
Reparations.
I hear you.
Period. She said, period.
That recently happened. How did you
feel?
feel?
Yeah. I did have a friend that sent me a tag, but I think knowing her specifically, I was like, like she's trying, like, that's cute. Like she's trying to,
Does she have a lot of black friends?
She actually does. Yeah.
And she's still doing that. And
but some people don't, like, babe, you didn't care, right? Or you didn't.
I chuckled at it because I've just like, I don't think anybody's ever told me Happy Black History Month. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not problematic.
Yeah.
And it's not offensive. It's just like, you're new here. Like, why are you acting like you're new here?
Yeah.
like, you don't need to do
you
that.
Don't go here.
To me, when people tell me Happy Black History Month, we're either at a specific, like,
event,
or it's literally like, here's a free bottle of champagne. Happy Black History Month.
Where does that happen at?
Yeah.
Girl, for being black, I
what?
I love white guilt, and I use it to my advantage. I use it to my advantage. I really will.
I'm
listen.
like,
as you should.
Where can I go do that at?
One time, I forgot where I was at. I was somewhere, and it was like an office or something like that, and they got my name. And so my last name is very long, it's very French. And they were like, oh my God, how do you pronounce that? So I told them, they were like, where'd you get that name from? And I said, slavery. And they were like, oh. Take some shit.
Here, have it all.
Thank you. Yes, please give it all to me.
Well,
I used to always say, oh, well, I'm Haitian. They're like, oh, where's that? And then it becomes a history lesson. I'm not trying to teach you because Google is free.
Yeah.
But now I just say slavery.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this is uncomfortable.
Now they feel bad.
And then now it's like, let me,
Don't ask questions. And I think that should be an obvious question.
Yeah.
If I am a black person and my last name does not sound African at all, assume it is slavery. Like, just assume. Just assume, please. Like, it could be marriage. Assume it's slavery.
Because 9 times out of 10,
it's slavery.
It's slavery.
I agree. Damn, lesson learned. What if your Mexican friend tells you Happy Black History Month? Does that same thing?
I've never had any of my Mexican friends tell me.
I mean,
I'm never going to call a Mexican friend and be like, Happy Cinco de Mayo.
I actually get that all the time.
I feel like a lot of people do that.
Really?
Yeah.
I think people are just so out of touch with things that could potentially be.
I think we make it a celebration. This is what I think. I think Cinco de Mayo specifically, we make it into a festival. It's like drinks and tacos and shit. So automatically they're like party time.
It's your 4th of July.
Yeah.
Versus Black History Month isn't really like party. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like, hey, it's Black History Month.
Cinco de Mayo isn't even Independence Day for Mexico.
No, but people treat it like it is.
Like it's a celebration. Yeah. So I think that's where that stems from. I think that's where the greeting of like Happy Cinco de Mayo stems from. It's like we're gonna go out and have drinks or something.
Yeah.
You know,
it's interesting because I feel like it's weird to me. It's like someone walking up to you and saying, "Si se puede." Like what? Like, culture.
Yeah.
You don't got to do that.
The real awkwardness is if you go and do that to someone who looks like they speak Spanish and then they don't speak Spanish.
Oh, man.
Big W.
Talon, how many times do you get that? Because Tabria gets that a lot. No, I swear. Tabria gets that a lot. All of my
Hispanic?
mixed friends get the, are you Puerto Rican? Are you Dominican? You never get that? People literally used to walk up to Tabria and start speaking Spanish.
That's She'd be like, what are you saying?
No, she did. Because she genuinely had no idea.
Yeah, but what are you talking about?
You never get that?
No, I mean, not in the sense of like someone speaking Spanish, but I definitely have gotten the very underhanded like compliments. Like people think they're complimenting you when they're trying to say you're mixed with, you gotta be, oh, you're so pretty, what are you mixed with? Yes. More so than, you know what I mean? Than being like, oh, blah, 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 blah. You know, just like coming up and talking in a different language. But definitely, for sure, like, you gotta be, you not mixed with this, you not mixed with that. And I'm like,
do you feel a way about that? Because one thing I know about you, you are very upfront with your blackness and you're very proud of it. And I love that shit. Put that shit on your back.
Period.
Do you ever feel a way when people look at you like, are you sure?
I have came a long way in that sense because I did grow up in a predominantly white area. When I went to high school was the first time that I had multiple black kids in the same school as me.
7th grade?
No, high school.
Oh,
high school. Yeah. And then I remember 8th grade, I was maybe one of like maybe 10 black kids in the entire 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, like in the entire middle school. And I remember 8th grade, there was this kid, he was a basketball player. He was black. He came to the school, not my type or anything at all, whatever. But all of my friends were like, oh, Talon, like, you should date Carlos.
Now you have to, because now there's 2 of you.
Yeah, like, oh my God. Like, you guys, like, yeah, literally. And I would be like, and I was like, what? I'm like, I like Alex with the fucking bowl cut. Like, why are you talking to me about, like, you know what I mean? I was just like, I don't,
on this guy.
Like, yeah, I'm like, I don't like
That's
Carlos.
wild.
But they were saying, you know what I mean? And it's like.
The
so
ignorance is crazy.
The ignorance. So and then it's like, then I go to a high school that is more half and half. So it's like half white, half black. And when I would like try and hang out with the black kids, they would be like, oh, she whitewashed. Oh, she this. Oh, she. So I was just like.
So you kind of feel like you couldn't fit in either.
I kind of did have a struggle of identifying as like, okay, well, I know I'm black because I'm hanging out with all my white friends and I'm definitely darker. My hair is different.
Also,
like,
you look at your family.
And like, look at my family. Exactly. Yeah. Like, it's all like I'm definitely black, but I felt very, very black when I was with my white friends, but then I would go and I'd make black friends and they made me feel very, very white for a certain amount of time in my life. Obviously, once you get older and you get around, you know, there's not just black people that are from the hood. There's black people that are also like you and from affluent areas or from this or from that, you know? So it's like, I got to see a wider range of black people and I was like, oh, okay. So there are more people that look like me. I can still speak how I speak because I'm not speaking like this just to for shits and fucking giggles. This is just how I speak. And that doesn't necessarily need to mean that it's white or black or whatever. Yeah. It's just, this is just how I fucking talk. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
no, but it's true.
Yeah. Like, so
that's one of my biggest pet peeves in this world. Ask anybody that knows me. I motherfucking hate boxes. I mean, I like boxes, but I hate boxes. I hate boxes. Like, don't put. People love to think that black people are like a monolith, where it's like, if you don't fit in this description of blackness, then you're not black. I grew up in an opposite way I grew up in Flatbush, Brooklyn. And I've spoken like this my entire life. And so people, because TV raised me, it's a whole other thing. I was a tanner for most of my life, okay?
I love
Mary Kate and Ashley, we was locked and loaded. We was locked and loaded. Yes, we was locked and loaded.
She said, I am the third triplet.
Yes, literally. But so when I was growing up, they used to call me Oreo, a panda, black on the outside, white on the inside. Yeah.
Oreo,
like, they would call me all kinds of like crazy shit because I spoke like this. Yeah. And it's like, I'm sorry, I don't sound like Remy Ma, but like I can't give you what you want. I can just be who I am. Yeah. And I wish that we would just celebrate how multifaceted black people are.
Absolutely.
And how we come in all different like shapes, sizes, shades, everything.
Absolutely.
And just accept it for what it is.
Do you feel like you were like that from a kid though? Because I feel like I was fucked up in the head as a kid. Like
did you always know that that's who you were and you just you accepted you like that?
So,
or did you ever have trouble?
I'm gonna keep it 100.
Yeah.
All right,
keep it real.
I think I am mildly on the spectrum, okay? Because I genuinely never gave a fuck. Like
I love that.
Like the way that I live my life is, if you don't get it, like that sucks for you. Like I'm sorry, like that really is shitty.
Yeah.
Because even when I was little, I wanted to fit in, but the fact that I didn't,
you didn't give a fuck.
didn't really bother me. Like I didn't fit in, so I started the Harry Potter club at my school. Like
fire!
It was 3 of us.
No, you
swear to God,
that's fire.
It was 3 of us.
Where'd you get this confidence from?
From extreme loneliness, because literally I'm the youngest. My older sister, we don't really get along, like to this day, and she is like the quintessential, think about like a New York like bitch from the trenches. That is my sister. My name is tatted across her chest. I'm not even dead. I'm still here, and literally it just says Mindy across her chest. It's insane.
She love you.
She do, but she also made my life hell. Like she would literally, like, it was so bad. Her and like my cousins, they were all the same kind of person. And so my mom would be like, you have to hang out with your sister. She's lonely. And so she'd be like, all right, fine. She'd be like, Mindy, we're about to go hang out. Put your shoes on. I'd be like, yes. Run into the room, grab my shoes, come out, gone.
Oh,
and they would do that every day. Every single day. Y'all,
I can see how that builds character in you.
Right. She's like, I need y'all.
At one point, we were staying with my aunt. She lived in the projects in Queens. Ocean Village, to those of you who are from Far Rockaway, Queens. And they would do this to me every fucking day. And my aunt, she was one of those, like, from the hours of 8 to 5 during the summertime, get the fuck about the house. Like, y'all not gonna be here. She was one of those, like, you outside.
Yeah, go play.
Literally. So they would leave me, and my aunt would be like, I don't give a fuck, go find them. And so I tried it the first time, and they were kind of like, ugh, like, I can't believe she's here. She found us. So I realized it, and I was like, you know what? Fuck you, bitches. I'm gonna go. And I started hanging out with the doorman of the building. He was an old Jamaican man named Frederick. And it was me and Frederick. And we used to sit there, and he had the newspaper. He would hand me the comics, and I would just be sitting there behind the desk with him like this all day, every day.
She said, look, I'm
for
out
like
the house.
6 hours every day, until I got caught by my auntie, and she thought something weird was happening. She was like, how are you 11 hanging out with this grown-ass man?
Yeah, reading some
that's your best friend.
Shout out to Frederick.
Shout out to Frederick.
But literally, that's just what I did. I just like made my own way, because it was like, what else am I supposed to do?
Yeah. I love that though.
Yeah. I can definitely see a lot of your personality and character stems from that, obviously. You know what I mean? Like, I could just tell.
Yeah.
Like, everything is just making sense to me right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, the stories, the character, the personality, everything just makes sense.
I also feel like TV really, you know, people say when you watch too much TV or play too many video games, like it makes you aggressive or makes you whatever. I watch like sitcoms, so I think every day of my life I think it's like a TV show, and that's why I end up in these fucked up situations, because in my mind I'm like, do it for the plot, like just do it for the movie, do it for the plot. And people are like, why would you do that? For the plot, for the plot, for the plot.
I love that.
I literally fucking love that.
It all makes sense.
I mean, but you doing that and experiencing those experiences when you were younger to make you who you are today, there's still people that are, you know, struggling to even find that amount of self-confidence. And
they're grown, you know what I mean? You would think, I mean, nobody has it together, don't get me wrong, but you would hope that someone entering 30s, 40s, 50s, like they would kind of have a sense of knowing themselves, but some people don't. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't.
So they're going to look at y'all and see the confidence in both of y'all being like, I'm here, I'm a woman, I'm black, and they're going to be able to gain from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I feel like, whether you've grown up being that way, or you had to learn to be that way through, you know what I mean? Because I definitely feel like, which is crazy to hear you say, like, because I don't know. I wouldn't say that about myself. Like, oh, you're just so confident in your blackness. Because I still sometimes feel like I don't know. Like
I think you are.
You know, I don't know.
Like, you don't
I
hesitate.
think you are now, and I think that you had to go through a lot to get to that point, which
there.
is okay.
Yeah.
You know, that's your journey. That's
but I'm
way...
used to when I see strong, beautiful Black women, like they have similar stories to you versus to me. You know what I mean?
But I think that's you kind of still existing in that like insecurity, and you're not even aware of it, because you do exude that same energy, you know. And the fact that I will never walk into a room and people be like, "Are you sure you're Black?" It's undeniable. It's right there. Yeah. The fact that you wear it and you know this is who I am, you can't take that from me, is way different than my experience. Like that, you had to learn how to do that and how to do that. Me, nobody even questioned it. You know?
Yeah. But that's why Blackness is so beautiful, because it's just so many different stories and layers and spectrums, and you know what I mean? So
I love that. Cheers to that, y'all.
Cheers to Black History Month, y'all.
Cheers to y'all.
Cheers to y'all.
And did the tip it out, not the shoes.
I love that you got on Cortez's, because that's so LA. It's so LA.
To me, it's like really like Hispanic.
It is.
Latino, yeah.
But it really gives me like
definitely LA vibes for sure.
Yeah.
But also, unpopular opinion, LA is so Hispanic. Like LA is very much
it used to be Mexico.
City. No, but it's still in everything. You look around, I see Mexico everywhere here.
Yeah.
Even in like the Black culture, it's very like intertwined.
Yeah,
and
for sure. It's very
Very.
like the Dickies, even the Cortezes, bro. That's very also Hispanic and Black.
She really added to it. She got her little rosaries on.
The cholo aesthetic and all that.
Yeah.
Super. Like
it's very LA.
People look at that look, and then if you see it somewhere else, you think LA.
I don't
Which
though,
is
because
crazy.
I don't though. I grew up in New Mexico, and I grew up around all of this aesthetic, and to me, it's just home. So when I came to LA, it was like, oh, okay, cool. LA does this too.
Because you actually grew up in it. From someone who grew up on the East Coast, I would see it on like TV and like music videos. So when I see it, I think Snoop Dogg, Long Beach, LA,
plaid shirt, blue,
or I
flags.
think like Friday, you know. But it's
So when you guys think lowriders, what do you think?
Friday.
Okay.
Lowriders,
Like
the ones that go like, I definitely
no more and that's Hispanic. That's crazy though. It's so intertwined.
It is.
No more locked doors next Friday. Yes, but who was saying that? Latino.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but I think moving to LA and like really experiencing it is when I made the connection where I was like, oh, this is Mexican culture. Like this is like very
it's
much
both.
like
I would say it's both. It's very intertwined.
But it fused and created what it is today. But like the roots of it, I see it.
Yeah.
I get it now.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I remember when I was down at my worstest. Okay, I was down bad, and I was living off of Main and 53rd. Renting a room. Yeah, I was in the trenches.
When you first moved out here? When you first moved out here?
This was after, y'all, I've lived a lot of life. I was living out here. I moved out here with my ex, and then it was just years of just bullshit and bad shit. And then he did some fucked up shit, put me out my own apartment. I was out and homeless. And so
if you would like to hear all accounts of that story,
Damn Mindy,
go to Damn Mindy on TikTok and you will find it there.
Trauma. So I ended up triggered. I ended up living in like the trenches at one point, and I never knew what a tamale lady was until then. And oh my God, the first time I heard her screaming down the block,
you scared?
I was shook. I was like, what is happening?
What was she screaming?
Tamale! I was like, what was she screaming? Yes, tamale! And it was like 7 a.m. in the morning. I was like, what is going on?
Hello, wake up. Good morning.
What is happening?
Go get you something to eat.
Oh my God.
I was like, what was she screaming?
And it took like a week or two until I was like, let me go see what she's talking about, because clearly it must be hidden if she keep coming back. So
a week or so.
I went and she had a shopping cart. And I was like, the tamales in the shopping cart. All right, street food, I guess.
I'll take one.
Bust it.
I'm fucking weak.
Bust it. Oh my God.
No, wait.
Oh my God.
Wait. Can we talk about Talon's first and only tamale experience?
I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that.
Wait, you don't like tamales?
No, I love them.
Tell her why.
This is not.
She ate it, but the wrapper was still on it. She forgot to take it off. No, Mindy.
Oh my god.
Listen.
No, you didn't. You ate the corn husk?
She said, I don't know about this.
Listen, this is the part that's fucked up because my first time was at Nova. Remember when the ladies, they would like bring, there were some ladies that worked there that would bring the, and I got one. And I just tried unwrapped. There's okay, this is what's confusing about it because it comes in a paper already. It's wrapped in a paper already, you know, like a parchment paper already.
Yeah.
So then I unwrap that. So I'm like, and then I'm like,
wait, Talent, I'm lying, bitch. I was there. She said, I'm lying. Yeah, I remember that. I was there.
Oh
We were all sitting around the table. No, because it was one of those situations where Talent was quiet until we're all having a conversation.
Talent's never quiet.
And she's just like looking confused. And we're like, what the fuck? And she done bit through and like sucked it out like it was motherfucking. Y'all had them squeezy candies?
Little push pop.
Yes.
Babe, get it together.
it was really,
Tell me you never dated a Mexican.
it was a humbling experience. And then,
Thank you, Pete, for changing her life.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Gladly.
Thank you. But yeah, I saw everybody else like fucking unraveling it and I was just like, oh, like
that makes sense. That would make more sense.
That would make a lot more sense.
She learned by example. She looked around the table. She said, okay. Okay.
I'm doing this wrong.
Let's get back to the box that you was talking about earlier.
I had a conversation with, I was on a date with this girl. And she was like asking me about it. And she was like, so did you come out? And I said, come out from what? And she was like, did you come out? I said, why would I do that?
Right.
She said, you know, because you gotta let people know. And I said, why do people need to know my business?
Not only that, but you know what gets me? You know what gets me coming out, that question? It's like, well, nobody came out and said they were straight. Why I got to come out and say I'm dating a girl?
I just don't understand why there needs to be such a hoopla around it.
Right.
And so recently I've been talking about it more on my social media, and I can't tell you how many phone calls, text messages I've got where they're like, but you're bisexual?
Like family members?
Why is that your business? Why is that your business? No, my family members, I know that they've seen, but they won't say. It's friends.
That's almost even worse.
It is, but I like that shit. Squirm, you know? Like be curious, please. But my friends, like I literally had a homeboy hit me up and all he said was bisexual, ? And I said, straight, ? Like,
yeah, like
what do you want me to say?
Why you make it so weird?
Yeah.
Stop making it so weird.
Yeah.
I don't, and
let me just be me.
And the thing is, I will say this. I can be honest about it. I definitely knew that I liked women when I was younger, right? Mm-hmm. But I never said anything because I grew up in a very Caribbean household. Like, my family is very anti. My brother is gay, one of my cousins is gay, and they won't ever let them hear the end of it. When my brother came out, he was a grown-ass man. He held that shit in for years, okay? He was a Kappa, whole nine. Came out, we got different moms. His mom called the whole prayer group to the house and was like throwing holy water at him. Like, it was insane. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
My cousin, my dad is a twin. His twin brother, he has a son. He's gay, right? He knew he was gay from when we were little, okay? Like, he's very effeminate, very, like, it's obvious, you can't hide it. My brother's more like trade. Can't hide it with my cousin. He's married, been married to his husband for years. Nobody wants to acknowledge it. Literally at all.
So does he come to
still
family
part of the
stuff?
family functions,
No,
right?
so my uncle loved him to death. My uncle and my dad both are very accepting. They're like, as long as you are safe, as long as you're happy, we don't care. It's the women in my family that are like the most anti, which is insane. But also they're like old Caribbean women. So it's very like rooted in Jesus Christ, you know? Stupid. But the way that they go about it, like I had a conversation with my parents last year. My cousin that's been married for years is supposed to renew their vows. So he sent out invites, the renewals happening in New Orleans, whatever.
Oh, so fun.
Right? So I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm like, hey, like, are y'all gonna go? Cause, you know, I'm finna be there.
Yeah.
And she's like, are you fucking serious? And I said, what's happening? She's like, how could you go? She was like, do you understand that if you participate in the sin, you are not complicit in the sinning, you are now a sinner too?
Oh, you're
and
guilty.
I said, you must not have taken your medicine today, mama. Them glucose levels must be low, because what are you talking about?
Wait, does she watch your TikToks? Does she know about?
My mama is 70-some years old.
So
she is
don't.
not on TikTok.
So she don't.
No.
But so you haven't had the conversation with her about the way.
No. So I have not had the conversation. I refuse to have the conversation. But my mother, when I was 19, had an intervention with me, and she said, "Mindy, are you gay?" And I said, "Are you?" Listen,
And they all looked at that.
We're not asking your
one
mom.
thing about me, I can avoid a question like nobody else.
Like the plague.
Like the plague, okay? She was like, "Mindy, all your friends are gay." She said, "All you do is hang around with gay people. Are you gay?" And I said, "Would you love me any less?" She said, "Mindy, don't ask me that." I said, "Well, you don't ask me that."
Oh,
And we left it at that. That was it.
And that was that on that. Wow.
I'm not gonna,
Honestly,
that's pretty intense.
Because the thing is, I fully understand why people remain in the closet, especially when you don't want to ruin your relationship with your family. Because that is fucking hard. Like, that's your family.
Yeah.
But ignorance is ignorance. And, I have accepted the fact that my mom is just old and I can't teach her anything new. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. Love her to death. She will always look at me and be like, "I love my daughter, but you're going to hell." That's okay.
Yeah.
What do you feel like the answer is to the question you asked her about her loving you less?
I don't think that she would, but I think that she would distance herself from me. I think that it would cause a rift in our relationship, most definitely.
For her to know for a fact.
Yeah, like I know.
Situation.
So I know that if I were to, because it's a 50-50 shot at this point. If I were to decide to marry a woman and come home with one, I'll do it. It might give her a heart attack, but I'll give her baby aspirin before. The thing is, but I'm not gonna change my life.
I'll do it.
Or hinder like my happiness for you. At the end of the day, I didn't ask to be here. You brought me here.
Yeah.
And you have to accept the fact that I'm going to be who I'm going to be. And you can't change that. I'm not a part of you in that way anymore. Yeah. And it just is what it is.
Yeah. Kids and family be forgetting that they're an extension of each other. They're not a part of each other.
Yeah.
So when kids don't want to come out to their parents, it's because they're carrying a burden for them. But you shouldn't. It's not your burden to carry.
And and this is not even like, let me knock on some motherfucking wood. Okay, she's not gonna be here forever. Okay, I'm not about to be out here hindering my happiness and then being, in a relationship with a man that doesn't bring me joy or whatever. And then you're dead and gone, and now I'm out here stuck with this nigga. I'm not doing that.
Right.
You gotta live with that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Yes, wow.
Yeah,
thank
and
you.
it's just one of those things where it's like, I have to live my everyday life. Like, and you guys live so far away from each other. It's like, I could call you and tell you all the things about my life, but you're not physically here. You don't live in my skin.
No.
So,
And I think my mother knows because she stopped asking years ago. Years ago. She's asked me all the time, "So are you dating anybody?" And I'll be like, "Maybe."
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I like that approach of just kind of like trolling,
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like you're like
big troll
trolling.
vibes.
Literally.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I'm not saying anything to offend you. I'm just saying it's my business.
How do you feel about not being able to have, and I'm not saying that this is for the future, this is just right now, not being able to have that conversation or the relationship with your parents as far as like bringing your person around and everything's, good and happy and spending holidays together? Like, is that a little
I will
hard?
say that it doesn't really affect me because I wouldn't have that relationship even if I was with a man. Because and there's no shade to my family at all, but I don't know how much y'all know about Caribbean people, but I feel like it applies to like African people too. Just like any kind of non-black people, they're very cold with their children. Like they're weird. My mom is not hugging me saying, "I love you so much, baby." There's none of that. It's prayer and it's love through like care. Like she'll cook me a meal and that's like, "Okay, mom," that's her way of saying I love you.
That's the love language.
Our phone conversations are more so like catch-ups and like, let me tell you what the fuck just happened with your auntie or with your niece or with whatever. And then she'll tell me about church and her prayer group and I'll be like, "Oh, that's amazing." and that's it. You know? So like our relationship would be the same regardless. And that's why I don't feel a way about it, because like it is what it is. But of course, if I were to be in a long-term relationship, I'm not going to hide my partner.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
I'm gonna bring him home and you have to deal with it one way or another.
Right.
Okay? And I fully believe that homosexuality is genetic. My family's full of gay people.
Okay.
I feel like it does
trickle down.
No one. I just refuse to believe that your entire family is just straight. Then boom, unicorn gay. Like I think that people have been suppressing it for generations.
Yeah.
But it just is what it is, and it's a part of our like existence. And
Yeah.
I think that once we're more open about it and just like accept that it's a thing, it's fine. I'm so happy that the youth, even though they're aging like prunes, they're so open to just being themselves, and I love that so much. Okay, because like
although y'all niggas
Asian, grown as hell, okay, y'all get used up like whitewash cloths. One use and boom, done. It's crazy. But at the same time, they're so just open to being themselves, and I love that so much. My niece literally almost gave my mother a heart attack.
What'd she do?
She knows that she likes girls. Out, 13, has a girlfriend.
Wow.
Period.
My mother prayed over her. Okay? Told her, hush your mouth, you don't know. But my niece is definitely a baby stud. She refuses to wear dresses. She's going through that phase, and they literally they won't let her be her, and I hate that. So whenever I come into town, I'm like, all right, girl, what you want? She's like, cargos, multiple pairs of cargo pants. I got you, sis. Like, I got you, sis. Because literally, my mom will just buy her dresses and skirts, and she'll be miserable. I mean, miserable.
Poor baby.
And it's like, you can't send her to school, and now she's like, basically cocooning herself and hiding herself. She doesn't even have friends, and it's not that she doesn't have friends because she's not a friendly person.
She doesn't feel comfortable.
She doesn't feel comfortable.
She doesn't know how to be herself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Dang.
okay, well, you know what? And I hated having to have this conversation with her, but I was like, unfortunately, you have to kind of abide by the rules set in the house because she lives with my mom.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to take it on the chin because she's not going to waver. She's not going to wake up one day and be like, all right, you can do what you want to do. You just got to find ways to like mesh the two styles and, stem your way out of it.
Yeah. It just sucks because the older generation doesn't know how much of a gap it's bridging for the future kid as a grown adult or a young adult.
Literally. Yeah. Because she's going to have to go through that awkward stage when she leaves the house as opposed to going through it now.
Yeah.
And that's the shitty part.
Yeah.
But, she got her TT. Got you, girl. She be watching my TikToks. I hate that. Stop watching my shit.
I hate that, please.
Stop watching my shit, please.
She said 16 and
That's
older.
funny.
Content over here.
Please.
So are you dating now? Women? Or
I am. I decided at the start of 2024 I can't stand these niggas. So I'm only dating women this year.
Okay.
And it has been the greatest time of my life.
Period.
Aren't you having so much fun?
No, it's like not even just fun, it's healing. It's
Ooh.
crazy.
How so? Dig into that.
Come on, you better snap, bitch. No, so first off,
That is so profound. Like that is profound.
But it's
because
true.
it is.
It
is so true. I feel like, and I tell you this all the time, babe, like I have had so many toxic relationship tendencies for so long. And I feel like from the start of me really being like super out there with girls, I even still kind of attach that to those type of girls that would have masculine tendencies that would still do the fuck shit that the niggas would do. And then, like once I met her, I was just like, oh my gosh, you can be like in love and healthy and like learn about yourself.
Every
and like
conversation is like therapy. Every single one, like every single conversation is like therapy. And even when it comes to like the small things, like this past Valentine's Day, I had a Valentine. Now I'm single, sexy, and free, but
I did have a Valentine.
I am, I'm dating,
Yeah.
and I had a Valentine this year, and she was so like, she paid attention to all the things that I said that I liked and wanted or whatever, and just like did it. without even thinking about it. And also, I have a very like romantic bone in my body, and I like doing things when men don't
That's that cancer
appreciate
shit.
the things. It's the cancer shit. So I did some shit for her too, and it felt so nice to be able to give and to be appreciated for what I did.
The energy is reciprocated.
Yes.
Don't feel like you're doing something in vain to try and keep someone around.
But then it gets to the point where you start doing stuff just out of love. And you're going to get it back out of love. And you're not even realizing that you're getting it back because you're too busy wanting to give.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So with this situation in particular, like, I don't think I've told her this, but I genuinely feel like even if it doesn't work out in the end, I'm still so grateful for it because she has taught me, like, what healthy romance is like. And because I'm used to like going hard and fast, boom, like we supposed to be in love 2 weeks in, and she's very like, pace it out, relax, I'm not going anywhere, we can have conversations, you don't need to be in my house every day, like it can just be regular. And that was hard for me,
which is weird because I feel like
hard.
Girls usually be like
I
two
know,
girls,
but she's older, so like
got you.
She definitely just understands how that can play out and how, you know, you start real fast sometimes
And it
end real
real fast. Oh my gosh, that's that emotional maturity of really using your experiences, your life experiences, things that you've been through, people that you've dated, as a lesson to heal for the next person. And then you meet that person, and then you'll go through things, and you'll learn from them, and you'll heal from that. And then the next person, you take those things you've learned. You know,
true.
So,
and I will say, just dating someone who is aware of where they are emotionally is very different too. So like before her, I was dating another girl and everything was going well, but then she literally hit me with blindsided me. Oh bitch, I was so mad. But she hit me with the listen, I genuinely really like you. Yes, you. She was like, I genuinely really like you. I just know that I can't give you 100%, and I don't want to put you in a situation where I end up hurting your feelings. So I just think, and the thing is, I know she went through a really fucked up breakup, long-term relationship.
Yeah.
She's not fully healed from me yet. And I think that being with me and spending time with me, talking to me, was like triggering her and reminding her of that past relationship. She realized she wasn't healed yet. Yeah. And I think that even though it pissed me off, because bitch, I was so invested. Even though she pissed me off, I respect it. And I completely understand, and I'm actually grateful for it, because I would hate to be living, you know, with the ghost of your fucking ex, and never being able to like make you happy because I can't be her.
That is a very
a man would never.
A man would never. I'm not saying all men,
but a lot,
majority of men
would never.
Yeah.
They don't heal first. They don't heal at all. They're in their next thing trying to heal from the last thing.
They're trying to fuck it away.
Yeah,
like,
trying to fuck it away.
Yeah.
Damn, that one's crazy.
Yeah.
No, but it's true. Like, they would rather suppress than to deal with it. And I think that that's like the biggest difference, because like I've had to look at myself more than anything. Like the types of conversations that you have with women, even like in the getting to know you phase, it's just like, damn, I didn't think I was dating Iyanla. Like, relax, bitch. Like,
Miss Van Zandt, what is you doing? Come on, Miss Winfrey. We've been friends for how many years? And I had no, and you knew about like, you know what I mean? You've been around people, whatever. I genuinely never, and I literally
never got the inkling.
Which is crazy, because I swear I feel like I give gay. I do. Because bitches hit on me all the time.
Really?
That's not you hitting on this, though. That's a different thing. And bitches be hitting on bitches, okay? But for you to reciprocate that,
my mom be telling me sometimes when she goes to the bar, her stories of how women have come up to her. So it's like, you know, like I get women go up to women and do all that, but I'm just like, I don't know. I just feel like I've heard so many stories about different exes or whatever, and I'm just like, I literally had to log on to TikTok.
So I will say
I was like, wait, Mindy, what?
I think for one, I talk about my life a lot, but I'm not a very like open person in that sense. Yeah. I do have like big boundaries, and I think it's because of shit that I've like gone through in the past. And I was also in a long 7 years with a nigga, okay? So I didn't have much time to, you know, be diving.
Dibble and dabble.
Like, I was locked in for a really long time. And then after that, I was like, you know, healing. And then I got another boyfriend. And so I've had like 2 boyfriends over the past like decade. And so I really didn't have the time to do that, to pursue that. I also don't feel like I need to wear the shit like a badge.
Yeah.
Where it's
You
like,
don't.
Hi, my name is Mindy. This is
Yeah.
my sexuality. These are my pronouns. I don't feel the need to do that. I
Yeah.
feel like when I met you, you're my friend. We're locked and loaded. That's my girl.
Yeah.
I don't need to be like, hey, by the way, me too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
not, you know, like when you told me you met P and I was like, hell yeah, she a Cancer. Period. I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh, so Talon, how long have you been dating bitches? Like, I'm not gonna, like that, to me, that's weird. And I feel like I've had so many conversations like this. Thank you so much, girl. I've had so many conversations like this over the past couple weeks, honestly, since the beginning of the new year, where it's starting to bother me a little bit. And like, I have one friend and one of my closest friends, and I know that he means it like a joke, but every single time I'll bring up, oh, you know, I was talking to what's her face, or went on a date with this girl, he'll be like, you're not gay.
How you
gonna tell me where I am?
Like,
how you gonna tell me what tickles my pickle?
He's like, oh, Mindy, shut up, Mindy. Oh my God, here you go, girl. It's a phase.
Is he
said, yes.
Okay. Oh.
And so I'm
gosh.
I'm like, relax. And he's like, oh, bitch, you on your Niecy Nash. You only gay for
cracking
And I'm like, relax.
Nash.
You know, but I get it because since you know me, you
haven't seen this side of me.
All of my friends are my LA friends, and I have not like seriously dated a woman in LA. So I understand that, and I also don't talk about it like that. So I get why you would think that, because since you've known me, you've only seen me date men. But it's like you can't take that from me. Like,
Let's just let our friends be our friends, and regardless of what stage they are in their life, let's just let them do that.
And that's my thing.
And be supportive.
Like you can call me tomorrow and be like, girl, I'm a furry now, and I'll be like, well, girl,
a what?
A furry. Girl,
a furry?
Break it down.
Furries are people that dress up like stuffed animals, and that's how they
furry.
Yeah, they get off like sexually from that. So they have sex with each other as animals.
That's interesting. Wow.
Wait, with the animal suit on?
So Talon's calling you tomorrow, telling you she's a furry, and you'd be like,
I was just thinking of the most far-fetched thing. You can call me tomorrow. You can call me tomorrow and be like, I want to now go by he, him pronouns, and I'll be like, well, nigga, bitch. Yes. Yeah, he my bitch. Yeah.
He my bitch.
Yeah.
He my bitch.
I'm accepted regardless. It is what it is, because I am not you, and you know you more than anybody else. So I'm going to accept you regardless.
And the one thing is, we're still growing, we're still evolving, we're still changing. You know, I'm still becoming a different person. So
I do agree with that as far as, you know, boxing and having to tell, because I feel like a lot of people, even though we've been together for almost 3 years, I feel like a lot of people from back home.
Man, listen.
They don't.
You know what gets me? The people that met me dating you will always be like, so you probably never dated men before. I'm like, bro, that's pretty much all I dated before Talon. So like they're boxing me into like,
but that's a real thing where people just they make
it's so annoying.
And then it's like you're making assumptions based off of this small amount of time that you've known me. I've known me my whole life.
Right.
You can't tell me, like, I've literally known me my whole life. You can't tell me what I'm attracted to or how long I've been attracted to it.
Listen,
like,
and I'm a Cancer. I'm gonna take it personal. Instead, just be more gentle about the approach. If you want to know, just ask me. But you know, be like fair about it. Don't assume right off the rip that I've only ever been with girls. You crazy?
She said, "No, I used to get niggas." So, fuck is you talking about?
Yeah.
Period. Okay.
She said, "Yeah,
exactly."
I love that.
Listen,
well,
I hate boxes so much. You have no idea.
Fuck the boxes.
So it really irritates me so bad. Like when people, like, even when it comes to minor things, like I will say this. I'm so sorry if any of my male exes are listening to this. All the men I dated had gay tendencies. They were all very feminine. All of them. And I know that was like my thing. I love a sassy nigga. And
do you?
Yes,
okay.
I do.
Okay.
Because I want to banter. You know, I want to like talk. I want to have
a best friend.
I do, but I do. And I found that everybody that I've been like in a relationship with, you give gay a little bit. And that's okay, baby. Because I like it, you know? Other people might not, but it's all right. The last nigga that broke my heart used to wear heels, like Margiela heels. We had the same pair of boots. And we both be click-clacking down the street. It was cute. I loved it. I loved it.
Listen, I love it if you love it.
Okay,
I love it.
Because I feel like a man like that, you're so sure of yourself, and that there's like a level of confidence that you have that a straight cis hyper masculine man. I just know you're insecure as fuck.
Yeah,
I don't like that because now I'm gonna walk all over you.
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't like that. Is there anything that you miss about dating a man? Because this is gonna sound a little. So, I'm talking to this girl right now, and we were talking, and she was like, she identifies as a stud. She's more masculine, right? And so from the day we met till about now, she's been more so in control. And she said she would like to be able to like sit back and be baby girl, you know?
Can you define in what aspects you mean?
So she's very like, she plans the dates. She pays for everything when we go out. Like, she'll open the door. She'll pick me up. Like, she'll do all the things in what you would consider a typically, like, masculine role. And so we had a conversation. She was like, you know, she would like a more balance, even though she knows that, like, it would make her uncomfortable. She still wants to experience it. So I was like, I'll make you baby girl if you want to be baby girl. Like, I got you. I'll do that. And so we were talking about it, and I was like, you know, I think that I typically date more masculine presenting women. So I've never been in the scenario where it's like, oh, it's 50-50. Like, we're both bad bitches. Yeah. So how do you guys navigate that? Like, do you think that it's
that's a very good question.
You know?
Yeah, because,
I feel like for me personally, I feel like we're very 50, besides the physical aspect, we're very 50-50. Like,
what do you mean physical aspect?
Oh,
I mean, you're not a man. You know what I mean? Like, you're not tall.
I thought you were going somewhere else with it. But physical.
I mean, you're not a man, though.
I know, but I just thought that.
I know what I mean.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah.
But I would say, you're not a man.
No, it's fine.
You know what I mean? But as far as everything else, like, I feel like we both plan dates, we both plan occasions. Like, it just kind of, just recently we were like, when we were talking about Valentine's Day, we planned this one together, like, collectively, but we agreed moving forward we would take turns, you know, so we can both get like that.
The treatment.
Yeah, the reciprocation of the treatment. Yeah.
But like for this one, it was like, okay, she kind of figured out where we were going to go. Like she was like, let's go to Laguna. I said, okay, I grabbed the hotel. She grabbed the our first night out there, like our dinner and bar hopping that we did. She grabbed that, and then it's like the next day we just kind of like gallivanted around Laguna, and it was like, you know,
it was split. It was split.
Kind of naturally. It's just like,
but if I know, like, oh, I want to wine and dine her, I want to take her out, I'll take her out and I'll pay and I'll do that, and then if she wants to do that one night, she'll do that. You know, we're very like reciprocal in that sense.
I think that I've typically dated more, you know, like dominant, masculine presenting women, and they kind of want that role. Like, they want to be the one to provide and to do all the things. And so when I'm like, I got it, they're like, no. Like, don't disrespect me. And I'm like, well, shit. Like,
give it a year or two, they're going to want you to start paying for shit.
But I mean, of course,
But I think naturally also, too, like, even when I was dating guys, I would still want to get, like, I'm just naturally a giver. So it's like,
do you think that you're a giver because you have more masculine energy than, like, you have a balance of masculine and feminine? Because I will say this, I think that the definition of feminine energy, like when people think of like divine feminine, it's the energy of receiving. You know, like you kind of sit there and receive.
I don't think
that's what people think. You know?
I don't think that. I think being a giver would be more of the feminine energy,
because you naturally want to take care of people. You naturally like nurture. Motherly almost instincts kick in, and you just naturally.
But that to me is not. I'm thinking in terms of like providing. And
money.
Like,
you're talking about money.
Yeah, like in like a monetary sense, but also in just like the one who, if we're going out somewhere, who's getting in the car and driving? You know, like who's the one, if we're walking and there's a fucking heavy ass door, who the fuck is picking the door, opening the door? Like if we get to the restaurant, who gonna pull the fucking chair out? Like who's doing that?
I do feel like I pull a little bit more of the weight when it comes to carrying shit. Not all the time, but I feel like I naturally want. Listen, I feel like, okay, I'll say like that. Naturally, if I'm conscious of it and I'm aware of it, I want to do it for you.
I was gonna say, but you're also a Cancer. I think it's just naturally in us to do that.
True.
You know, I'm a nurturing ass bitch. Like if I know you're sick, I'm not one of them bitches who's like, oh well, you poopy pants right now. You go deal with that. I'll be like, I'm coming over. I got the Pepto, you know. And I think that a lot of people aren't like that. Like, especially not like when it's new. I'm like out the gate. Let me take care of you.
Yeah. I think. I don't know.
I think I'm a big baby when we're at home and we're coddling, and I'm like, babe, can you give me this? Or she'll naturally just be like, do you want this? You want a blanket? Blah, blah, blah. But when we're outside, like, I do feel like I'm a little more masculine in that sense.
Okay.
Naturally.
Yeah.
You standing behind her at the concert.
I would.
Yeah.
Well, I'm tall. I'm also tall. That's a really good analogy.
You standing behind her at the concert. Funny as fuck.
Come up with another one so I can know.
Listen, the concert, the club, whatever, you standing behind her, okay? You the one catching it, she throwing it.
But say,
for sure.
Yeah.
She's for sure catching it. Yeah.
say something else though, because I want to know. Like, what is? Give me
another example.
Another one.
She's for sure catching it. Yeah.
Listen,
what else? Who's buying the drinks at the bar? Both of us.
Both of us.
Yeah.
Would. Yeah.
But I feel like that to me, once you're locked in a long-term relationship, that it doesn't matter if it's a woman with a woman or a man with a woman. I would still do that too. It's like, all right, babe, you got the first one, I got the second, because we both paying these bills.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I need you to save your coin because you got the rent.
Yeah.
It's different
because you got the rent.
Okay.
So I'll get this little drink.
But I think that there is a balance of like maybe you do carry more of the masculine energy because you are the one standing behind her. You know,
you are the one catching the ass.
You know,
and I am the one throwing it.
Yeah. True, very true.
Yeah.
Okay. That's an interesting conversation.
I like that shit.
Yeah.
I just know that I'm like you. I want to be like
throwing the ass.
Bit more baby girl. Yeah, I do. Like I that's.
Can you ever see yourself being behind the person
being behind at the concert?
You know. In like a cutesy, funny, haha way, yeah.
Yeah, but like long term,
like I'm not gonna be like, yeah, throw it back. I'm not doing that.
That long term commitment, I don't know about that.
Yeah, you gonna see it 2 years.
No, because I will say, I think it's because of the women that I typically date.
Well,
they're not going to bend over. They'll be like, bitch. Like, but if I put my hand on your back and push you down, we be fighting. She square up on me. Like, she would square up.
But I will say, I mean, this isn't everybody. I'll just say, like, for me in my gay journey.
What are you about to say?
In my gay journey, I feel like I have gotten more comfortable with more feminine women as time went on. Like, the more I was into some gay shit, the more I was like, oh, okay, like I could, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I could be a little bit more masculine.
So could you be the person?
So maybe I could be in the back at the concert. But I feel like in my baby gay days, which I still feel like I'm kind of like middle school gay. I don't even know. Is that a thing? Like,
yeah,
you know,
I like that.
But like my baby gay days, I felt more comfortable talking to very masculine presenting women because it mirrored, you know, the niggas, the gender roles mirrored, everything mirrored. It was just like, oh, you have different parts.
You know, I've thought about that too, and for me, it's not really about the gender roles. I think I'm just attracted to masculinity.
Yeah,
like I think I like not having to think about things, and I think it's because I've been so like hyper independent in my life. I want someone to be like, I got it. You know?
That makes sense.
And so for me, that's where I get it.
Yeah.
I don't get that from like feminine women because they want the same kind of treatment, and it's like, oh God, I bought myself a meal every goddamn day. I don't want to buy you one too. Like, shit.
She said, I need a fucking break.
I'm kidding.
No, I get it. I get it. There's so many layers. That's why you can't put people in boxes, because there are so many fucking layers to every little thing. You know?
Okay, so last thing
Question.
I want to ask. Okay, because I faced this recently, and I was like, "What the fuck are y'all on? It must be crack." So, this girl that I've been like cool with or whatever.
Cool with, or
like,
what does that mean?
Friends, but not like an inner circle friend, but like friends, right? Okay. And she basically was like, "Oh, I didn't know you like girls." She was like, "Oh, girl, don't tell me you've been checking me out this whole time." Bitch, I don't want you. And that really rubbed me the wrong way because we work in fashion. We're both stylists, so I styled her a few times, and she was like implying, like, "Girl, I'm not looking at you when you're changing."
That's
like,
such an ick.
But also,
it really fucked me. It really pissed me off.
That is a very ignorant comment,
degrading almost.
Have you ever gotten anything similar to that, where it's like, oh, you know, you looking at me a certain way because I know you like girls?
No, I've never gotten
think
anything
I
like
have
that, but I
either.
definitely, in the work that we do, because Mindy is a stylist too, in the work that we do, I definitely do feel a little like, do I want to sit here and like talk about my girlfriend on set when I know like this bitch's titties are out and like, you know what I mean? Like,
No,
and it's just
but
like, you know,
So you're
'cause it's just,
subconsciously
like,
doing that. Yeah,
So-
I've done that. I've done that.
Yeah.
Nobody's physically, verbally said anything like that to me, but I've felt the energy, so I'll almost tone myself down.
yeah,
I feel like
a bit in
and
the
that
sense
was the case
of,
because
yeah.
I was at work and she is a model, and so it's like she watches my TikTok, and so it's like, well, girl, I don't know what to tell you. You have no problem. You've had no problem this entire time, but now
that
all
you
of
know
a
this
sudden-
information, now you
Yeah.
feel, I don't know. That's a little weird. Yeah, nobody's ever said anything to me specifically, but I do like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm conscious of it just because I'm like, oh, like I don't want them to feel like
Uncomfortable.
anything, but also too, it's like just because
yeah.
I like.
Bitch,
I
you're
have a
Beyonce.
girlfriend, like,
look,
yeah.
girl, like you're not the hottest bitch in the world.
Right.
Like you're not irresistible in a way that like I'm just gonna be like,
Yeah,
oh, handsy with you. No.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
it's also too like, okay, even for me personally, because I mean, I could say, I don't know. This is why I don't like boxes also too, because it's like, yes, I would say I used to hate the word bisexual. I'm not that.
What
like,
would you say?
I would just be like, I like what I like. This segment that we have just
Curated from the top of our little pea
I'm
brains.
from the top, from the top of our little pea brains.
I'm excited.
For all of our.
Yes. That.
Well, I'll say like I don't see. This is here we go with boxes again.
Yeah,
like not
sorry.
our bisexual friends, but you
No,
know,
I
our
was gonna
friends,
say that.
our friends that like what they like. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Let's say that.
Okay.
Our friends that like what
So
they
we're gonna
like.
play this game, right? The game is we're gonna give you two names.
Are we on?
Yeah,
We on.
We're
We
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So we're gonna give you two names, and
Yes.
you tell us who you would rather date.
Okay.
Okay. Take the tabloids out. You know what I mean? Take
Oh, okay.
what we know and hear about these people or
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
Take that out of
You're
it.
going
It's
off
just
of
like
looks and style.
looks and
I just know one of these gonna be Billie Eilish. Yes. Come on. Let's do it.
Okay, so first one. Halle Berry and Boris Cujo.
Boris.
Okay.
That's a good nigga.
Okay.
That's
okay.
a good
Man.
What about The Rock or J-Lo?
J-Lo.
Okay.
You
I don't know what- I
sound real gay right now.
Listen, I don't know what kind of mojo JoJo she be using, but that bitch ain't aged in 30 years.
You right. You
She
right.
gonna look good forever.
Okay. Take the tabloids out of this one.
Out.
Kim
Okay.
Kardashian.
No.
Okay, who? Come on.
Chris Brown and Saweetie.
Sweetie.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna have to work on it a little bit with her because her eating habits are trash.
No, you gotta
But-
take that out. It's the look.
Then Sweetie.
Sweetie, okay.
Sweetie. I don't like
Chris
that
Brown
perm Chris Brown got.
Okay, take out the perm. Take out the.
He has a perm?
Yes! That nigga has a conch. It's terrible.
All right. Well, that was
not a fan.
It's
Okay.
giving 1930s. I'm
Okay,
not a
and
fan.
right now it's giving gay. So let's see what
Let's
else.
keep going.
Oh, this one's hard.
Lotto,
This one's hard.
Lotto or ASAP Rocky?
Ooh.
Ooh,
A$AP
ASAP
Rocky.
ASAP Rocky. So
A$AP
fine.
Rocky. Okay.
Yeah.
Even though he don't like dark skinned women, it's okay. It's not okay.
No, it's not.
It's Black History Month.
He said he doesn't like
Yeah,
it.
he said dark skinned women with red lipstick look disgusting. Or something
No, he
like that.
didn't.
He sure did.
Ooh,
Yeah.
damn. That
I know.
that
He
knocks
said
all,
that for
That's
so
my
many
man, my
people.
man, my man.
that knocks all the points
I
off.
know, but he's a
Damn.
hometown hero. Shout out to A$AP Rocky. Not really. Shout out to Rihanna's husband. That's how I did.
Period. Because what the fuck? That's a weird ass comment to make. Anywho, ha. Dang. Okay, so this is the determining factor of whether you're really gay or not.
Okay.
Lola Brooke and Offset.
Oh, Lola. What do you mean? What do you mean?
I feel like I would have picked Offset.
What?
He's so fly.
He is very
like this man
fucking
is
fly.
so fly.
Take the tabloids out of
Lola
it.
is literally gorgeous.
She's
Lola's
gorgeous.
very
I will
fucking
not
cute.
take that away from her.
Yeah.
Offset is not much to look at if you take the clothes off.
You look dusty in the colors.
Thank you.
I don't think he does though. No, he doesn't. I don't
She
feel like
loves
he
He
does.
her.
knows. So
Offset.
he's like he's handsome.
I might be putting his personality in a little bit because
would
I
say-
do like his personality.
Yeah.
He is handsome in a like very like masculine, rugged kind of way.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that like that can fade. I think Lola's gonna be attractive her whole life. She's gonna be a fine ass granny.
Oh, we're getting really deep with these games.
Yeah. Okay, but
you're pretty gay.
You know, from the looks of it looks like you are. Yeah, you're.
Do I get a badge or?
You do.
Okay.
Non-box badge, but prefer women badge.
I love that.
You like what you like.
You like what you like badge.
A round of applause. Oh my God, this is like Cirque du Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil.
I love that. I love a full circle moment.
Full circle moment. Thank you so much, Mindy.
So much for coming on.
Guys.
We appreciate you.
This was
been great.
This was a hoot. This was a fucking holler.
A hoot. A holler.
We didn't,
A motherfucking holler.
A motherfucking holler. We just coined a new phrase, Cirque du Soleil.
Listen.
Find us at your nearest.
One thing I love so much about the gay community is that they support one another.
They do.
Okay?
That they do.
A few months ago, I mentioned once that I date women. When I tell you the amount of studs and bitches in my fucking inbox and also just generally following me. And when I say following, I mean like supporting following me. I ride for y'all too, okay?
Hey.
One love, all right?
We love the love.
Okay, we love the love. Okay, I love it. Alphabet community to the day I die.
Period. That's the Honey I'm On podcast. You gotta come back.
Wow.
Good job, y'all.
We chatted
Amazing.
catty.
That was such a good episode.
That was such a good episode.